Chapter 2. It's a little shorter than the first one. Blind and Deceived Leaders, Chapter 2. Meek and lowly spoke, "Well, my friends, any of you who do not have to return to your work or have other things to do may stay here with me. I'm going to share a story as we sit on the grass." "Can we stay and listen to the story, Father? Can we stay? Can we stay?" Michael and Mary's bear cubs, TJ and Rhonda, reminded me of my soccer ball with when it's bouncing. "Okay, my cubs," Michael answered. "After the story, I want you both to come straight home." "We will, Father," they both replied. "Father, Mother, can we stay too?" Reese and Sarah looked at their parents, David and Maddie Gear, with their eyes. "Oh, I don't like this." "Yes, you both can stay," David said, "but be sure you join us in the upper meadow as soon as the story is finished." Frona Rabbit and Barney and Haley Squirrel and Charles and Franny Chipmunk and Carter and Emma Duck and Cooper and Gloria Frog all stayed. Meek and Lowly's brows lifted. "How about you, Observer?" "Of course I want to hear your story." "Okay then, come and follow me." Leading us to an area not far from the river, Meek and Lowly sat on a log under a willow tree. Butterflies fluttered around, the lupin and the sweet peas. Bumblebees and honeybees sipped the red bee balm and the clover. This meadow was a lot like the one by Lake Still and Restful. We all found places around the great eagle. Mine was a soft patch of grass near him. Barney and Haley Squirrel joined me. My friends, if I tell you the story of Haughty Bat, I must tell you about Spiteful Wolf as well. Meek and Lowly looked into the distance for some time. Haughty and Spiteful never had a chance. They never even heard of the good life Elohim had for them. Both of them lost their parents when they were young. Being orphaned made them easy prey for a rejected bat and resentful wolf, the creatures who raised them. Those two had turned away from Elohim, and so they fed their anger and bitterness and pride into Haughty Bat and Spiteful Wolf. The two orphans were brainwashed. Those two fathers filled them with lies about Elohim and me. And by the time rejected and resentful died, Haughty and Spiteful were grown, and they had become just like their adopted fathers. Elohim still loves them and wants to be in their lives. I tried to approach Haughty and Spiteful on many occasions, but rejected Bat and resentful Wolf were always in the way. Now Haughty and Spiteful had made themselves our enemies. The life they have been living is the only life they know. "Who's Raider?" I asked. "You mentioned him earlier." "Raider is Haughty Bat's assistant." Haughty found Raider as a baby vulture. He tried to fly too soon after he hatched out of his egg and fell to the ground. Haughty spotted him in the grass below the nest as he was flying at dusk one evening. He found some herbs and made an ointment for Raider's wounds, and when Raider came to, Haughty showed him how to flap his wings, but he was too weak to fly. So Haughty helped him to his cave and tended to his injuries. When Raider was healthy again, He taught him how to fly. It doesn't sound like Hotty's all bad, I said. He isn't, but unfortunately Hotty raised Raider the only way he knew how he was raised. Raider Vulture learned how to be just like Hotty Bad, mean. Hotty taught Raider everything he learned from his adopted father, Rejected Bat. Spiteful Wolf took in Sly Fox as an orphan kit. The poor creature was living alone, and Spiteful made room in his den and raised Sly the only way he knew. Hotty, Spiteful, Raider, and Sly all were orphaned like me. What chance did they have at a good life? What chance do I have in that orphanage where they put me? I'm glad I'm here instead. It sounds like there's still hope for them, I said. Maybe there's hope for me too. I'm here instead of in that orphanage. I'm already making friends here. I have independence. It's nice to be able to talk to these creatures as I do to humans at home. I realized that Meek and Lily was staring at me. I'm sorry, did I miss something? I said, yes, there is hope, Elohim. Hope. Elohim wants us to woo them back to our peaceful, happy valley. He especially wants creatures like Hotty and Raider to know the love he has for them and the good life they can have with him. Our friends that blind and deceive are under a deceptive cloud. When the cloud moves, the blinders on their eyes will come off. Then they will see clearly. They'll know they were deceived. I'd like to meet Hotty Bat and Raider Vulture. They sound pretty influential, I said. That is true, Observer, but it's the wrong influence. It would be better if you spent a time with us before you travel into Blind and Deceive. But if you decide to go, I must warn you not to go into the stagnant river. It isn't anything like our river, Meek and Lowly said. I don't want to wait. I'm anxious to see this area and the creatures there, especially to meet Hotty Bat. I rose to my feet. The other creatures began leaving, and soon I was the only one walking beside Meek and Lowly. Meek and Lowly, would you give me the directions to Blind and Deceive? Observer, it would be better if you would wait until I could fit you with special clothes. There's no time like the present. That's what my pa's favorite expression was. If you won't tell me how to get there, I'm sure one of the other creatures will. I see. If you intend to take this trip, I'll take you to the path. Meek and Lowly stared into my eyes. Remember my warning about the river. The path into Blind and Deceive is dusty. You'll get dirt on you and be tempted to wash in their river. Stay out of it, my friend. I couldn't resist hopping up and down. When can we go? Now, if you like. I will show you the path that will take you there. I would like that. I'm not worried about a little dirt. We'll see when you return, Observer. Wait here for me while I go and inform Morris White Owl that I am leaving. He is in charge of things any time I go away. Meek and Lily returned in just a few minutes, and the two of us left for Blind and Deceive. Meek and Lily flew low while I followed close behind. He flew down to me. This is the entrance of Blind and Deceive, he said. It was even darker and dingier than I had imagined. I took a breath. No time like the present. End of chapter 2. That's all I have for you today, my friends. I'll see you next week. Bye. Have a great week.